Elizabeth Dove has asked a question on Facebook. Hi expert, I have a question. Is it possible to have a button that when I hover that, the property of other element will change? Example, change the color and using CSS. So, how do you hover one element and change the property of another element with CSS? So let's create basically here a basic structure for demonstration. So let's say I have a div with with a class container, and inside I have a button. Let's create a button inside. Button will hover me. I don't know, just hover me. And under it, I will add another div with the name with the class will change. Okay, so I will change my color. So I will add inline CSS here in my head tag, my head section here. So style, right? And let's say I have a button, and I have the will change class. So I will add a background here. Let's say yellow color, and so when I hover the button, I want this tag here to change the background color. So how I do this? In CSS, we have this hover, right? Pseudo element that will trigger when you hover that element, and you have a selector that's a tilt. What this tilt does is that he will try to find anything on its parent that has whatever the class you give here. So for example, if I give here this class, the will change, it will go back one level, that's this level here, and try to find whatever is inside of this. So will change, so is this will change. So if I change here from yellow to green, for example, green, and yeah, let's test this. I refresh my page. So this is yellow. When I hover, boom, that's green, right? I'm hovering the bottom. It's important to notice here that this will only work for element that's after your bottom. If you take this element, for example, and add this before the bottom, it will not work. Because the way that this tilt and CSS in general works is that he will try to find anything that's on its parent, but after this element itself. So it will just consider anything that's in here, inside this red area here. He will not consider all these elements. So if I try again, look, I refresh the page, I hover, nothing happened. So it's only possible if it's after the element itself. Another thing that I might note here, it's you could do is something like this. Let's say you have a bottom, you have a button. Let's say the button is inside of this. Inside of this will change, and when you hover, this will change. You want to change the color of the button. So let's say when I hover my bottom, this div, I want the bottom to change the color. So I can just say bottom, and just add a background color to the bottom. So when I hover this, the color change, the bottom change color. Look. So one thing that I was a little confused when I started learning CSS and everything, I didn't know I could add anything after a pseudo element. So for example, I have this element, I want to hover, okay, but the trick here is you can actually add anything you want here. You could change a property on the bottom, add I don't know, change the text of the bottom through the CSS itself. It's quite fun.